Hi guys. So I'm gonna try to do this as clearly as possible. Hopefully, I mean, you'll give me your questions later on if you have some. Okay, so stage two. So stage one was about looking at like countries, really at like a country level, let's say, and stage two is about like going into like the four countries we chose, into really looking at one location, like we're talking like region or like even city level. So that's what we're about to do, and here like the vocabulary you might want to familiarize with is nuts, nuts. That is kind of a division of like countries, like it's at the EU level where they have like not like level one, that is basically like very very big regions in the countries, not level two that are like regions within those regions, and level three that are like even like smaller regions in the regions that are in the bigger regions. Just so that we catch up on this, you can just Google it if you're wondering. And so for assignment two, the issue is that we're gonna really focus on like not level two, so not too big of a region, but still a region, not too close to one city in particular. But you'll see that we're gonna end up on those cities anyway. So just so you have already the teams, the team document, so you can find your name there, and I'll make sense of each team and their purpose. Yeah, actually I'm gonna start with this. So for each country we already pre-selected some locations, some zones that we want you to look at. So in France we got 4, same thing in Germany 4, the UK has 3, and Spain has 2. And so the teams, like the job is that you have to look at those specific zones that are mentioned in, for example, the Gantt chart. You can see like for example, in Germany you have Düsseldorf, Munich, Berlin, and another one, I don't remember. But then you have to look at it, and so the whole process, how the process is gonna go. So if you can follow, I hope it's clear enough for you. So on the team document you have blue teams. So the blue teams are gonna look at all the location, like the 4 locations in France, the 4 locations in Germany, the 3 locations in the UK, and the 2 locations in Spain. Of course you're like divided by countries, but your goal is gonna have to look at those locations on similar variables that I'm gonna tell you just after. Here's just to have an overall idea of the process. So the thing is that real quick, actually for Spain it's gonna happen at lunch today. On the UK it's gonna like on the others it's gonna happen probably tomorrow morning. But the thing is that you're going to look at those regions really quick on those variables I'm going to tell you about, so that we're able to like screen them and that you can rank them. And so, for example, in France, you'll give me 2, like the 2 best locations looking at those variables. On Germany, same thing, the 2 best. On the UK, I just want number 1, and on Spain as well. And so how it's gonna go is that here, like that stage, it's basically to look at those locations and to see if like where on certain characteristic is the best to go. So that's where. When it comes to like the second step, it's gonna be about how and when, and we're gonna only look at how and when on certain regions, and those regions are gonna be the number 1 region in France, the number 1 region in Germany, the number 1 region in Spain, and then for the third, because Spain is going to be a side project in a way. Like, since it's different, we can't really make them compete with those, but we still want to make a recommendation. So Spain is going to work a bit aside, even though they're going to work like you, they're going to work a bit aside. But then, so we have France number one, Germany number one, and we need a third location. And to find that third location, we're going to put into competition number one UK, number two Germany, and number two France. That will give us our third location. And so those three locations plus the Spain location, that's going to be the job of the red teams. And so the red teams are made with people that were already on the blue teams that are going to evolve and move on to really look at one location into how and when to approach that specific location. In the meantime, when those people will move on, the rest of the team is going to still be in the blue teams and is going to look at really like all the locations and really like also arguing why the location one made the cut and the others didn't. So that's going to be your job, and you can look at the Gantt chart to see how much time you have to do this. I think it's reasonable. I think you can do this even considering that it's Christmas. But if you have any issues regarding this, you just tell me. I mean, we stay in touch anyway. So yeah, like here, that's just what the red teams are gonna do. Like all the ones that we validated, they're gonna do this. And then you can see on the team document that there is this purple recommendation team that is made of one person per location. And so same thing, like those people are taken from the red teams, and people from the red teams are taken from the blue teams. And so, for example, Matthias in the Germany case is gonna be in charge of like writing a recommendation paragraph of some kind, or even a page, we don't know yet, where he's gonna compile all the information he needs to really push forward like why this location in Germany. And so that's going to be a specific part in the final assignment, the final paper. So that's what Matthias, Robin, Johanna, Erbu, and Niels are going to do. So that's what they have in mind. And for your own sake, those four, they are somewhat team leaders regarding your country. So anything you have, any clarification you need, you must refer to them. So that it's clear, so that we can really discuss with them only, especially during vacation time, so that we know where we're heading. So that's about it. And also there's here, like I put, there's going to be a methodology team, and Evelina, for your case, I've put you there. So as soon as you finish 1C, that still has some comments to go, I want you to get on that methodology part, and that like we'll discuss just the two of us, just to make sure what's coming up. And if I'm not mistaken, you have Emily and Frederick that will come to help you on that part once they'll be done with their blue team parts. And so we'll talk with I'll talk with you, Evelina, on what I'm looking for the methodology part. So that's how it's going to work. On the rest, like Excel, reference, art, and readers, we don't make any changes. Alexandra is going to help Gustav on the references only for a little bit more time. That's what I had in mind. Let's see if I told you everything. I guess it's clear enough on the documents. You can refer to the teams on the Gantt chart. And for any questions after this, please contact your team leader to really like collaborate and know where you're going with this. Regarding the seminar yesterday, I know maybe some of you were here, some of you were not. That was good. I guess the overall feedback was good. The presentation was a bit different from what I expected, but apparently we handled it well. In terms of content, it's good. It's just about really kind of switching the focus of the presentation a bit, and I have to give back a revised version of the slides by Thursday. And we have until tomorrow to send any questions to Ecomira. So please do, if you have, send them to me as soon as you have them, so I can put them on a document and just send it to Paris as soon as possible. So that's about it. I hope that was clear enough. I hope you also agree with the organization. People are already working on it. So yeah, let's keep in touch for the vacation. Enjoy Christmas, enjoy your families. That is important. Like I said before, like you have some resting time, like 0% work time. Use this really. I think it's important for yourselves, but also for the project in the long run, to like save yourself some effort and some energy that we will definitely need when we'll come back on like 2nd of January. So yeah, that was about it. See you around, guys, and yeah, see you in 2017, I suppose.